How you feeling?
Feeling good. Getting better every day.
Now that you have had time to analyze just the path, do you have a target date in terms of throwing again?
No, we'll have to see. I think I should be good by OTAs, but we'll see. Pretty early on to really tell yet.
You were confident that Jake could play well. What did you see in the 7 games that he did play?
Exactly what I expected. He was calm and poised and took the opportunities when they were there. He did a really good job. And I'm really happy for him. He made a career for himself. So he went in, took advantage of his opportunity, and we talked about it yesterday. It's exciting for him, and so I was happy to see it.
What's been the biggest thing that you kind of thought about as you've kind of been waiting and kind of watching the rest of the season?
Just getting back to the grind. I have about 10 to 12 weeks on everybody else starting my off season, so that kind of gives me a leg up on next year. Obviously, the throwing part will come back with time, but just as far as physically, weight room, whole body, I think I should be in a good spot.
What have you been able to do, Joe, in terms of keeping your conditioning up?
Yeah, we're lifting legs, doing a lot of core, doing the upper body where we can, tough without, being able to grab or do anything like that. But we're modifying in ways that keeps me in good physical shape, and it's just going to keep getting better as the wrist gets better too.
What's the timeline for lifting and being able to grip?
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's going to be, a couple months from now.
What's been the most challenging thing for you personally over the last 7 weeks?
It's always tough when you're watching from the sideline. You're used to being out there playing and making a difference. You tried to find ways to make a difference where you could, but obviously it's not the same. So I was just focused on getting myself better every day and, doing what I could for Jake, putting him in, giving him nuggets here and there. But, he's a smart guy. He didn't need too much, but just trying to find ways to bring value to the team.
You were totally engaged, with Jake, like you're talking about, from schematic and all that sort of thing, what the coaches were doing. No two quarterbacks had the exact same game plans or whatever the case may be. But was there anything that evolved with Jake's playing the quarterback position? You said, damn, that looks pretty good. Maybe might be able to incorporate some of that with what I do.
Yeah, we'll have to. I'm going to go back and watch all the tapes again this offseason. Take some things, but I'm going to watch both sides of the ball, see if I can take anything from either one. So that's more of an off-season project, I'd say.
Bryan said that Undercenter was something that y'all were planning on doing once you got kind of fully healthy and really got into the mix. What was that like, kind of watching that kind of be integrated in the offense and watching that from a distance? What did you make of how that looked? Yeah,
it brought some different things to the offense that we were not really able to do at the beginning of the year because I physically couldn't do it. And then, when the calf started to get healthy, we were able to incorporate it a little more. And then when Jake went in there, he did a great job of, executing the under-center stuff. He's good at the play actions and the nakeds, and our run game took a step, I thought. So it was, a good couple weeks.
I know you're a creature of habit in terms of your routine in the off-season, but is there anything that you're going to change in terms of getting you to a place where, I know some of it's luck, training camp, but being able to get you through a training camp without an injury?
Yeah, well, I think that'll be something that I decide as we get closer, depending on how my body's feeling. But we'll take that a step at a time.
What would you like to change, maybe? But that pre-training camp stuff?
Yeah, maybe a couple weeks before, just laying off the gas a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. It just depends on how the body's feeling.
Did you learn anything specifically about your teammates over the last 7 weeks watching from the sideline?
I wouldn't say anything specific. I know what we have in the locker room. I know the guys that we can count on. And, guys maintain their routines. They stayed engaged. They went out and tried to win football games, and we did. We put ourselves in position. Didn't quite make the playoffs, but we had our opportunities.
Joe, nobody knows what's going to happen with T, free agent, a lot of guys too, but specifically with T, how different would the offense have to be if you didn't have him?
Yeah, well, obviously we'd love to have T back. He's a big part of what we've done here, and there's it's no secret our relationship. So, I expect T to be back. I think that's the sentiment in the locker room. We all want T back. We know what kind of player he is. We know what kind of person he is. He's what being a Bengal is all about. So, like you said, we'll see. But I think we should have a good opportunity.
I don't think you've revealed the whole plan to us, but when you were negotiating your contract, how much was the plan for things like this offseason laid out to you when you had those discussions?
Yeah, that was, we made sure the things were in place that we could if we needed to.
A couple of years ago, when Josh Allen was doing a lot of running out of the pocket, there was a lot made of him potentially changing his style. And with your wrist injury and the season ending, I know that in the past couple of years, you talked about maybe taking some of the less hits that you can, and only so much of it is under your control. But do you feel like, based off the way you guys are pass-first offense here, you need a little bit more of a balance from the run game in terms of limiting the amount of times you're going to get hit?
I think we could be more explosive in the run game. I think we've been efficient. The run game has been able to keep us on schedule. It'd be nice to hit a couple big runs we did, later in the season. That was nice to see. Guys like, Joe Mixon taking advantage of his opportunities and Chase stepping up and making some big plays. So I feel good about that aspect. I think, this offseason we'll be able to take a step.
Is that, I know at the beginning of the year you said that's kind of how the year will be defined for you offensively, whether y'all were able to get more explosive runs, maybe open things up. Is that kind of, what about kind of the way structurally it looked at the end of the season give you confidence that can continue moving forward?
Yeah, our screen game was big. We had some young guys step up, which was exciting. Like I said, Chase, really brought something to the offense, brought an explosive aspect in the screen game, in the run game. And then I think Joe Mixon had one of his best years. So, we have those two guys, and that will help our run game take a step next year, I think.
Over the past few years, when free agents have come in to potentially come here and ultimately sign here, you've been a part of that, trying to do your part. Can you have a role in guys that could potentially hit free agency like T? Is there anything there that you can get involved with, or do you just got to kind of sit on the sidelines?
T knows. I know T wants to be here. T knows that we want him here. There's not much to say on that aspect. I think everybody's expectation is that T's going to be back. So, like I said, we'll see. The offseason plays out in crazy ways that you don't really expect, but I'd love to have T back. I know he wants to be back.
I know you've in the past been really involved in kind of giving input and the franchises looking for your input. How do you expect that to continue as you kind of get further into your career, especially this offseason? Yeah,
we're going to continue what we've been doing. We're going to have our postseason meetings. We're going to, talk through it and collaborate, and we'll go from there. I think going about the process in the way that we have in the past has worked out well for us. There's a great collaboration between me and Zach and all the coaches and Duke and ownership. So I'm excited about the way the organization is run and what we've built here so far. We got to keep building on it.
What's the next step, Joe, for this offense?
Yeah, it's tough to. We have all these overarching questions right now. It's day one of the offseason. It's tough to answer some of them because, a lot of these questions, start to answer themselves once you start to put the team together, once you get to OTAs, once you know the kind of guys that you're going to have. So we'll see. Every year it's different. Once you go into OTAs, you figure out what guys you have, and you kind of build it from there. Every year the offense looks a little different. And so once we get all that settled, we'll be able to kind of sit down and figure out what we can do, after the draft, after free agency, and we'll go from there.
With some potential turnover, young guys, how important will, off-season program, all that kind of stuff be for you guys, heading into 2024? Yeah,
we counted on a lot of young guys this year, and that first off-season from rookie year to the second year is the biggest one because going into the league, you don't really know what to expect. You're going through combine and pre-draft, and you don't really have time to really, lock in on your offense and what you need to do to get better. And now this is the first year that you can really do that. And so we're counting on a lot of guys to make that jump from year one to year two next year. And we got the kind of guys to do it, and the veteran guys can help them. but at the end of the day, it's on them to take that jump in their career.
You were in the middle,
You were in the middle of 2 playoff runs, right smack in the middle of it, really don't have time to process it. This time you were sitting watching the playoff run. Is there anything that you took away from it that maybe you didn't get when you were playing?
You know, whenever I've had these setbacks where I got to, watch and not play, you just always are grateful for the times that you are healthy and you're out there and being able to be there for your teammates and go out and put your best foot forward and, sometimes win, sometimes lose, but you're out there and you're giving it a chance. So that's just always what I take away from that is, I'm grateful to be able to play this game. I'm grateful to be out there with my guys, and I'm grateful to be in the position that I'm in.
Will being the only team in the AFC North not to make the playoffs this season be a motivating factor this offseason?
I wouldn't say that's, obviously it's not ideal, but, my motivation year in and year out never changes. The external factors are what they are. They're never going to make me work harder or not work as hard. The motivation for me is internal. I have my own goals. I have my own aspirations, just like everybody in that room. I have individual, team, organizational goals, so those never change.
Did you feel like you guys were on the right track with the season when you took the lead in Baltimore? And big picture, what makes you feel like you guys are still on a Super Bowl track going forward?
Yeah, that 5-week stretch, I think we were playing some pretty good ball. The Houston game was a step back as a team, and then going into Baltimore, I felt really good about where we were, and obviously didn't play out the way we wanted to, but just never really felt like it was a weird year. Never felt like we really reached our potential to what we were, and then obviously the injury happened right where we usually start to take that jump in the year where we had in years past, and so it was a tough year.
Zach talked about, this wanting to play to a championship level and bring that back. Next year, not really being satisfied with the winning record. What's it like hearing that be kind of where y'all want to be and not really being happy with just being over 500 at the end of the year?
Yeah, we know that's the standard here, so that's what we got to get back to, and it's gonna, we're gonna take a couple weeks off. Everybody is, but as soon as everybody gets back to it, you just got to focus on getting better every day, and that's how you get to where you're going to get to. You can't focus on the end goal. That's not a recipe for success. You got to focus on the day-to-day and getting better and improving yourself and doing everything with intent to get better, and that's all that matters.
What Tanner Hudson brought to the table this year?
Yeah, Tanner played really well for us. Hopefully we can get him back to, really have a full off season with him to get that chemistry, but he brought something that was exciting to see. He made plays when his opportunity presented and made the most of them. So I'm excited to really have a full off season with him and work and talk and see what he can do.
You mentioned not reaching the full potential of this team. Is this just the year of the injury? Because it wasn't just you. A lot of guys got banged up.
Yeah, it wasn't. Every year injuries happen, but there was a lot of things that went into this year that were not up to our standards. So we got to get those things fixed, and we'll go from there. Obviously, like I said, we'll find out more once the roster is settled. You get into OTAs, free agency ends, combine is over, draft is over, and you can really sit down and focus on the guys you have.
What's been your favorite thing about this kind of 3-year stretch? A lot of, you don't know what this roster's going to look like, but a lot of the guys who have been critical may not be here before. What's been your favorite part of kind of this group and being around them over the last few years?
The locker room, that's really why we've won, in my opinion. We have the right guys to do it. You got guys that never fold. We've been through a lot of adversity the last couple years, and when you go through that kind of adversity, it's the people that you have around you to help bring you out of it, and we had all the right people in the locker room. Like you said, we'll see who's back and who's not. The offseason is a never-changing thing that you go through every year, and so once you get to OTAs, you got to go through that process again. You got to build trust. You got to build that relationship in the locker room so it translates onto the field.
You guys have had really long seasons the last couple of years. Is there an unwanted silver lining that this team
isn't playing till the end of January?
It's never ideal, like you said, but it does give us an opportunity to get everybody's bodies healthy. And like I said at the beginning, it gives us, I had 7 weeks of the regular season. That was was able to get that leg up, and then we have, 3, 4, or 5 weeks on the guys that are playing right now to start our off season and start getting better each and every day for next year, and that's our leg up. So that should give us a good opportunity to, get a head start on the off season compared to everybody else.
Based off of all the adversity you faced this year, what did you learn this year?
It's always tough. Like I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity to play. That's kind of something you always take for granted when you are playing and you haven't been injured for a while, and then it happens and you take a step back and like, damn, I wish I was playing right now. So that's always what goes through your mind after something like this happens.
Who's impressed you, Joe, quarterback spot this year, just looking around the league?
I think CJ has done a great job. It's always tough to go into that situation as, a high pick and perform the way he has, and so that's been impressive. I think, Dak has done a really great job with that group. He's been fun to watch. There's guys all across the league. I think a couple of college guys have a really good chance too. They've been fun to watch. I don't really have an opportunity to watch college much the last couple of years because you're so locked in, but this year I have, and so there's some really good college quarterbacks coming out that I think have a good chance to play well.
How much are you pulling for Lou and Bryan now as the head coaching cycle gets underway?
Yeah, I'm always rooting for those guys to get those opportunities. I think they both do a great job. Part of being a head coach is the ability to build relationships within the locker room, and those guys are some of the best at it. So I think if they do get their opportunities, they're going to do a great job.
So what's Tyler Boyd do to you, Joe, for this team?
Yeah, he's been kind of my security guy since I've been here. He's been the sure-handed guy on the inside. When the going gets tough, I know I can count on TB to make those plays when they're needed, and that's been the same way since I got here in 2020. So he's been a great player for a long time. We'll like I said, we'll see how the offseason plays out. Love to have him back, but the NFL is the NFL offseason is a crazy thing. So we'll see what happens.
You would have a chance, not a wanted chance, to peek into what it might be like to be a coach. You had a much different perspective this year on meetings and relationships and all that. What did you think? I mean, you mentioned that who knows, maybe someday be a coach. Did this maybe increase that desire?
No, I don't think so. I don't want to be a coach. maybe high school one day, but I think I'm good on the college and NFL coach. I'll stick to playing.
When you said everybody expects T to be back, were you speaking of the players, or you think that's the sentiment building wide?
I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. I expect him to be back. It's I know everybody in the locker room wants him back. So, like I said, we'll see. Off-season's a crazy thing. You never know how it's going to play out, but I don't know. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.